The emotional power, courage, or the reserves to withstand adversity and challenging times. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Fortitude Fix. I hope you're well. If you are here, you are joining us for the last day. This is the 7th day of the 7 Days of Fortitude. I am so glad that you were able to join us. If you are joining us for the very first time, I'm gonna leave an iCard right here for you to take a look at the videos and the words that I talked about within this series. Catch up on day 1 through day 6, and then meet right back here for day 7. Today's word, fortitude. Life has a way of bringing things to you. Life has a way of confirming that thing that you feel inside, that passion, that drive that you have. Life has a way of confirming it. While I was filming this series, I cannot tell you how many times a day I heard the word fortitude. I heard it randomly, and when I began this journey, I knew that some people really didn't know what that word meant. So I wanted to start this channel as a way to bring light to this word, as a way to really talk about the mission and vision of the Fortitude Fix, which aims to promote better health outcomes in the community through education and storytelling. So when I started to hear the word fortitude come up in many different areas, I was shocked. It was confirmation that I am here and I am doing exactly what I am meant to do in this space and in this time. My husband and I enjoy watching a lot of TV shows, and one thing that we can always agree on is watching a show on the Food Network. We're watching one of our challenge shows. So there's a cook or a chef who challenges another cook or a chef, and then they're judged by the meals they prepare. In one of the episodes that we were watching together while filming this series, there was a question that was asked to both chefs before the bell rang for them to begin prepping their meals. The question was, do you have the culinary fortitude to win this match? I was blown away. Another is on Netflix. I was watching Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. The show was all about her KonMari method, and she would go to different people's houses and help them to tidy up. There was one episode in particular where a woman, an empty nester, was grieving the loss of her husband. She used the word fortitude as a way to express how she's getting through the grieving process, getting rid of some of her husband's clothing, and tidying up her home. Confirmation. Fortitude is a word that I feel suits me to a T. Having fortitude or doing things with fortitude is having the reserves, that emotional power, that emotional stamina to get through adversity or challenging times. If you've caught up on this series, you know that challenging times happen. You've heard a little bit of my story, and I know that you watching have a story of your own. Not every single day is going to be sunshine and rainbows and birds chirping and everything is wonderful. However, do we have inside, have we acquired inside what it takes to make it through those times that are hard, that are challenging, and when we're facing adversity? To have something on reserve, or to have reserve of something, means that you have storage. We are storing up the emotional stamina that it takes to go through a challenging time. When I know that I have that reserve on deck, that is what I can pull from when I'm going through hard times. Fortitude. To have this reserve, this strength, or this courage that I can draw from is so comforting when I go through challenging times. I've gone through this, I've gone through that, I've gone through this other thing, and I am still here. That means something. You have gone through things and you are still here. Please don't undervalue that. What is it that kept you? Harness it, reserve it, so that you can tap into it the next time. Everyone has a story, and our stories can actually be used to help save lives if we just share them. So many of us are living in silence. We're hurting in silence. We're suffering in silence. And if we only knew that someone else that we know was going through that same thing or had gone through it, it can help us. We are human beings and we thrive off connection and being able to work and talk to and speak with and live with another person and have interactions with another person. A lot of us have gone through some things, and because of the stigma that surrounds a particular topic, we're not willing to talk about it because, oh, what does that say about me? Or what does that make me look like? When indeed someone that you know is looking for the exact answer and the exact story that you have gone through that can help. Sharing stories is something that I'm passionate about. Every single one of us has a story, whether we tell it or not. I offer that telling the story can save lives. There are people in this world who may be going through something right now. You watching, there may be a tough thing that you are going through in life, and no one really knows about it. There could be someone else who's watching right now who's gone through it and might have something to offer you. We can take away that stigma by sharing, by giving it a name, by communicating with each other on a heart-to-heart level. Fortitude. The Fortitude Fix is here to help. I will continue to share my story, and I will continue to share and document my journey as I go through this thing called life. I am so glad that you were here to join me on this journey with sharing this series of the 7 Days of Fortitude. I'm going to leave this series asking you a somewhat provocative question. How will you use your personal narrative, your story, to impact the world in ways no one else can? It's your story. Only you have the ability to offer it in ways that no one else can do. Storytelling can save lives. That's amazing to know that I have this strength, this courage that I can come back to later when I really need it, in the face of adversity, in the face of pain, in challenging times. I have this courage, this strength on reserve. I know I'll get through it. You will get through it. I have a video on this channel called Welcome to the Fortitude Fix, and it talks a little bit about why I started this channel and what I hope to do here. I definitely want to continue sharing my story. I want to share stories that are similar to the ones that I've shared in this series, but also ones that happen naturally. As a new wife, as a person who's gone from one income to 2 incomes, merging our finances, merging our space, our living quarters, these are all stories that I have on deck to share. I hope that you would click the subscribe button and stay around for a while as I continue to share my story in an effort to educate, motivate, and inspire. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you right back here real soon. And always remember to fill your cup.